I am Slick Nick, your personal keto bro. And no, I'm not a doctor, not a dietitian, a nutritionist, a personal trainer. I am just some random guy on the internet who has a YouTube channel, who has in the past year and a half or so had a body transformation, and I'm still in it. And that is ultimately what I want to address. Just about a month ago, I turned 40. And something I had heard other men say years ago before I got into the fitness level I'm currently at is a grown man would say, I'm in the best shape of my life. Of course, that's in conjunction with their age. And often you'll hear this with men who are in their 40s say, I'm in the best shape of my life. And there's some intended irony there because it's expected that as a man gets older, especially 40 and beyond, that he is going to be less fit because that's the default, especially here in the United States with the culture, the atmosphere, the food we have access to, how much processed foods there are. By default, he's going to gain more body mass in the form of fat and probably have less muscle mass in general, less toning, because he's probably not going to the gym. He's probably sitting in a chair working all day like I do, except for when I am at the gym and I'm doing my walking, when that's by default, that doesn't help anything. So the default is to not be fit, especially as you get 40 and beyond. So when you do see a guy like me who has made that transition, then I get the privilege of being able to say, I'm in the best shape of my life. But specifically for me, now I was never really truly overweight, but I also was never toned. I never had muscle really. So I was just a skinny guy in high school. And then after high school, my metabolism changed and I had more, like I can tell you for a fact, this is the least amount of fat I've ever had on my stomach, other than maybe when I was like 17 or 18 at this point. So, and yeah, I've got muscle toning now like that didn't used to exist. So I'm absolutely in the best physical shape of my life, and the way I eat too, on the inside is healthier as well. I don't have any health problems, but in high school and college, I had all kinds of really bad severe sinus and allergy, respiratory problems. Even in my 20s and 30s, I had lots of skin issues. I had something called dyseidrotic eczema all over my hands. So I had all these health issues before, and now I don't have any health issues, and I happen to actually have some tone, muscle going on. I've got a lack of fat. So this concept of I'm in the best shape of my life. So, you know, and I obviously you know that I subscribe to Men's Journal. And who do you see on here often? You see guys in their 40s and beyond. That's what I tend to notice who's on the cover of these things. So it's funny because in this issue that just came out for May 2021, Rob McElhaney and Ryan Reynolds, they have this interview in here where they're both, I think, age 44, just a couple years older than me, and talking about how they've never been healthier and never more toned and fit, all these things. And I think part of what happens too, part of the inspiration for this is you sort of kind of get away with in your 20s and 30s kind of gaining extra body fat and not being as fit. You're trying to figure out your career and all that, your life, who you're gonna marry, how you're gonna have a family, all that stuff. But by this point, you've probably figured all that out. You know what your career is, you know who you're spending your life with, you have already become a parent, and those things aren't new to you anymore. So you get to recalibrate your life. You have, and then in my case too, I mean, my youngest child is now 5 years old, so it's not like I'm waking up in the middle of the night to a crying baby changing diapers. Like, I can get up every day at 5:30 and go to the gym for 30, 45 minutes, and then still have time to walk 2 to 5 miles a day, all before work. I'm getting better rest now. Life is great after 40, but ultimately I'm spending time and energy to making sure that I'm able to change my body to that instead of just having more time to sleep for no reason, because I definitely feel that if you sleep too much, that's not good, because if by default, if you're sleeping too much, then that's less exercise, less sunshine, less fresh air, and those sort of things. So I can officially say I'm now in the best shape of my life, but I'm still on that journey. As I keep pointing out in these new videos here, I'm looking at 10 pounds of fat that we still have here. So I'm probably gonna be around 148 before I finally get where I need to be. But right now I'm at right at 159. So that's what I'm looking to do. Still in that, and then I'm eventually basically maintenance and continue to build muscle mass while I'm already at the gym and already eating the way that I should be. But it feels good to, quote, be in the best shape of my life. This truly is where I'm at now. I can definitely say that. And it's inspirational because you get to decide whether you want to do this or not. And perhaps I never really had the time, space, or energy before in my life, before hitting close to age 40, where I could be able to do this. And now I have. And to be clear, I'm not doing it by starving myself. Keto is quite the opposite. Yes, you do intermittent fasting, but you're doing, coconut oil in your coffee until the afternoon, which tides you over. It just kills your appetite. And then you have a smaller eating window to which you can actually get away with eating a whole lot. And you're not even starving when that happens. That's how keto works. So I'm very happy about this. This is an exciting time for me because I've always wanted to be in this situation and not have excess body fat and be able to wear tighter, smaller clothes and it look good and not show off extra fat, because that extra fat's no longer there. And even at this point, I'm not going to wear smaller clothes than this. Ideally, what's going to happen is muscles will get bigger and it'll be more flattering that way. But I'm not going to wear a size small shirt. This is a medium. If I wear a size small shirt, then it's going to be up here and that's going to look funny. So I've been assigned my size. Now I know where I'm at. Your comments, your thoughts, everything you believe, where does it belong? Right here in the comments.